bleaching is a pathological characteristic of the coral reef. When the corals are stressed by changes in conditions, such as seawater temperature rise due to the climate warming, they expel the symbiotic algae living in their tissues, causing them to turn completely white. The Great Barrier Reef, which is the world's largest coral colony, experienced massive bleaching in 1998, 2002, 2016, 2017, 2020, and now it's again. More than 90% of the coral on the Great Barrier Reef has experienced the bleaching at least once in the past 20 years. If this continues, the corals will not have enough time to fully recover and will soon all die. Despite the frequent media reports over the years on the harm of the global warming and the importance of maintaining the marine ecology, corals are still so vulnerable. Why? This made me think for a long time. Should I keep doing the sustainability scene projects? Is it truly helpful? Earlier this year, I went diving on the Great Barrier Reef, where I witnessed the horrific coral bleaching. I was looking forward to the colorful underwater world, but only to see the blue seawater and white corals. I felt a sense of loss, just like the coral lost its colors. I also realized that the personal experience can convey a message much more deeply than text from the media, so people may need more intuitive experience. In my project, an interactive textile installation is designed to display the coral bleaching on the Great Barrier Reef to reinforce the audience awareness of fighting global warming. As a student of the textile and graphic design, I wanted to challenge this new form of the textile installation to explore the more future possibilities of sustainable textile. To this end, I decided to explore the concepts of this project from the three perspectives: form, sense, and space. Concept number 1, the heart of the ocean. If we compare the ocean to a person, coral must be the heart. To explore the form of the installation, I decided to look for some clue through the visual research, combined with the texture and shape of the coral, as well as the organ heart. With a strong visual impact, by visualizing the physical heart, the organ can convey a more intuitive message to the audience. When the heart stops beating, it means death. I plan to show the audience the health state of the coral by showing the heartbeat interactively. This is part of my experiment. The electrical component used inside of the textile simulates the heartbeat vividly. Concept number 2, sensory interaction. I want to explore the different senses so that the audience can perceive and experience the vulnerable coral differently. Based on the research of the different materials, what comes first is the sense of the temperature. For the temperature rise is the biggest cause of coral bleaching. Thermochromic material changes its color when heated. My experiment is to dye the natural fiber with this material, so that audience will witness the bleaching process when touching the textile. Another material study is about shape memory alloy, which is a metallic material that can return to a specific shape when heated. I plan to show the hollow texture similar to the coral skeleton remain through the wire crocheting. Meanwhile, the wire feels hard and even a little prickly, which is similar to the coral. Coupled with the texture crocheted, the form will change when heated, and the motion of the textile during the deformation is also an expression of the vitality. Concept number 3, the installation by the sea. The design concerns the scene of the installation by installing the textile works on the seaside with different applications to guide and attract the tourists to the beach. Through these different seaside applications, the audience is allowed to interact with the installation in the outdoor space. This sample of the coral textile I made by crocheting show the texture and shape of the coral. The material is the Australian merino wool, so it is 100% biodegradable and pollution-free when placed outdoors. These three different concepts convey the signal of the coral bleaching in the different ways and arouse the public awareness. I hope my project is not only a beautiful artistic installation, but also an attempt to trigger the public emotion and environmental responsibility.